Camp 1. Oh.
Camp 1,
Hey,
Camp
Camp
2,
one.
Camp 3, Camp 4, Camp 5. I gotta tell you. CVM, keep you alive. That's right. Now, that's all we have for you guys today from our segment. But you know, we've got more edutainment, more vibes, and more insight. Same time, same place, right here.
Awesome.
And it's the round table. And my girl is here, Kelly is here, Nathan is here, aka the one burner.
You know, this is the proletariat version of the round table, you know. This is the round table that doesn't have Friendsgiving.
Right,
you notice they didn't get invited to Friendsgiving.
These are our people, all right?
They didn't get fancy dumplings.
A boost boost. Yes, Celine is also here. And this lady, when you talk about the M-O-N-E-Y, she's the guru. She knows what's up right here. Keisha is in the building, so big ups to everybody. But Dennis, today was great. How did you enjoy it?
It was a great day. Loved
Yes.
it. But if you missed it, you can catch what you missed by watching CVMTV.com for all the bits and bobs between at Sunrise CVM on Instagram, of course. But that's it from us. So,
Yes.
over to...
Bye, guys.
Round table.
Remember, kindness is karma. Take care of yourselves and each other, okay? And keep it locked tomorrow. Yeah, what on top about today? Real estate.
Money. You said the money table?
I like this table. We're not par with the next set of people then.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Mwah.
Hey guys, what a wrap we had. It's Thankful Tuesdays here at the round table. And I'm joined by Celine, Nathan, and a special guest. But just hear money, we don't even really know what her name is. Keisha Bailey is her CEO of Profit Jumpstarter. Happy to have you here.
Very happy to be here.
Awesome.
Talk about my favorite subject, money.
Yeah.
Mine too. I'm not surprised. I'm just saying, but I won't say why I'm not surprised.
So we never even wait for say the delivery guy. Delivery guy, come and drop off.
My gosh.
All right, so since we have a money person, we're going to see how this aligns now. So the topic for today is home ownership in Jamaica, right?
Yes.
Slaying the giant.
Aye. My heart just...
Yeah. So I will admit that I am here to do a lot of learning today. Yeah. So I want to hear directly from you, Keisha. Let's jump into the topic.
Yeah, let's jump into it.
Yeah.
How do we slay the giant?
How do we slay that giant? Should we slay the giant? Is there a time when it's not all that it's cracked up to be?
So I guess the first thing is recognizing it's not a giant.
Oh.
not a
Let's
giant.
start with that.
Okay.
Let's start with that first
Fair.
say it's not a giant because it's possible. A lot of people own homes. The question should be, how can you own your first home too?
Okay.
How can I get into the real estate game? So we have to kind of flip up the mindset a bit of, it's not impossible. It's not that, me can't own a house and I go watch everybody who own a house and me just, they just in the back room or the front room and look, it's, all right, how can I get to own a home too? What should I be doing?
Okay.
Brilliant. So you're here to help us with those steps?
Yes.
Perfect. That's why. Perfect. So, but immediately though, Nathan and Celine, as you hear the topic, where is your mind at?
So I'll start off by saying I still think it is a giant. And here's why I'll say it's a giant. I think Jamaicans are ambitious people. So when we talk about home ownership, we're not thinking just starter homes. People want to have the dream home.
Yeah.
We watch Home and Things. We watch all of them good stuff. HGTV. All of them, man. We want those good things.
Yeah.
And then when you look at some of the house prices, and then you compare that to salaries, you start saying to yourself, well, you just said a while ago, it's possible, but what kind of possibility are you talking about? So for me, there is a slaying the giant, and it's how do you get to the dream home in a time that you feel you can still enjoy it, and it not just ends up being that you're poor. You're poor living in that dream house because by the time you got there, you couldn't really afford it, or you jumped too early to try and get it.
Or can you do it by yourself? Because
that's true.
maybe you can get to it, but you
need a few NHF contributions.
Yeah, man, National Health. No, I mean, NHS can give some money if they want to, but I fight them. But
NHT.
Or she probably thinking donors, a few donors from different persons.
go fund me.
The thing is that Nathan is talking about dream home.
Yes.
Right. Before you get to dream home, you have to start
Yes.
somewhere,
Yes,
right? We can't just say, all right, my first home is going to be a beachfront property, 5-bedroom, overlooking the sea.
I like the distinction. I like
Okay, so we're just buying something for
No, well, we're
investment.
starting.
We're starting with an investment property for
Yeah,
ourselves, or we're just buying it just because?
Let's start with just your primary need for shelter.
Okay.
Right? We're just out there, we're renting, and we want to make that jump over into home ownership to start. And then once you start, that's how you gradually build up to the dream house.
Okay.
It's a big leap, right? Think about long jump. Everybody can jump to the end of the sandpit just like that.
True.
Right? You can't really do that. So we're starting with the starter home, which these days it's in that 20 to 30.
Hallelujah.
No, man.
It's in that 20 to 30 million dollar range.
But let's define starter home. So is it a 1-bedroom, a studio?
That sounds like a home to me, because I look at the prices and that 30 million
you're
and I'm like,
looking,
where?
right?
Okay.
Yeah, in the top of the top, you know, Kingston 6'8",
Right.
30 million is probably.
So we're not
a
looking there.
one-bedroom or so. We
We're
don't
trying
have to look there
just not
because
be high
we're
right now.
starting. We
Okay.
want to just get into the real estate market.
Okay.
We're starting. So you can even find homes, depending on the parish, 15 million, right? We want to get in.
So let me ask a question then. So you get in at the 20 to 30 million, well, 15 to 30 million.
Yeah.
But what would payment look like for, so let's say I'm a young 20-odd-year-old young professional, just jumped in, have my entry-level job, so I'm thinking maximum I'm looking at is 120 to 180,000
No.
salary.
I mean, so remember, we can bring in our NHT in terms of the financing, and the NHT rates are very low.
Okay.
So we can get a piece of the mortgage from NHT, and that number keeps going up on what the NHT benefit is.
Okay.
And then now we combine that with a mortgage from the bank. The biggest hurdle for a lot of people, them never read so far, we start thinking about NHT or getting financing is we come up with a deposit.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Hey.
That part. So you will have to have 10% of the money down. What we teach persons to do at Profit Jumpstart is we teach you how to be wealthy. And one of the assets you need to have to be wealthy is real estate.
Okay.
So coming up with that deposit now, you can either say, okay, all right, for my paycheck every month, I'm going to put aside some money. And it's simple maths, because if we need to come up with a $15 million home, we need 1.5 million for the deposit. If we need a $20 million home, we need 2 million. So then we'll work back and say, all right, when do I need this money by?
Okay.
A year and a half. Okay, how much money do I need to put aside every month to come up with the 1.5 or the 2 or even the 3 million? Divide it out.
Okay.
So then a systematic
See, as soon as nodding,
I'm jumping in here as, I don't know if the devil's advocate, but so I remember my dad giving me Rich Dad, Poor Dad to read growing up.
Yes.
And everything
Good
taught me that a home wasn't necessarily an asset. It's a liability, right? Because then you have to find the investment. Miss Kitty and I were talking earlier, and she talked about being house poor. You know, you've put everything you have into this place that you can't live a life
so it's
because
how
the
we
home
do
is
it.
right. Wait, and then. You know, you have all the maintenance of this home. It never goes away. It's constant. Right. You have all of these fees, this insurance. By the time you pay the lawyer, that's the amount for the home itself.
So it's not just the 10%.
Right. So it's looking like a cute, it's not giant, but you're trying to make him small, but
It's
he
smaller, I'm gonna bring him down.
And then somebody who likes to just get up and go like me, renting is suitable for me because I can get up and live wherever I want in the world without being tied down with a mortgage that I have to pay rather than getting up and leaving the month agreement that I have had.
It's how we approach it.
Okay.
I get up and go a lot. I travel a lot with this business because we teach people all over the world how to be wealthy.
Yeah, but you can't get up and go live somewhere for 5 years. If you want to live in a Yemen,
Well,
so it's how you do
she's
it.
teaching
So what
people to be
happens?
wealthy, you know, so
Come in.
So a 1 week trip.
Can you go on here?
You can.
I'm sorry.
So the real estate is an asset if you are earning. Anything is an asset that earns for you. So when
passive
Robert
income,
Kiyosaki
something is
talks
coming in,
about it,
okay.
He's talking about you living in the house but not earning. That's where it becomes the liability. But if, say we have the property, you rent out, it's a 2-bedroom, you rent out one of the room.
Right.
Or even if it's a 1-bedroom, when you fly out, you rent it out for the week.
And so money is coming in
Money
passively,
always
running.
right.
All right, fair. We can start from there then. Ever flowing.
okay.
So you own the property, you're paying the mortgage. You can subsidize the mortgage by doing short-term rentals when you are not there.
Perfect. Celine, what have you... I feel like you're doing a lot of learning like me.
I'm doing
Where's
a lot
your
of
brain?
learning.
I can see it just going.
No, but you see, the ease at which you're explaining it,
Yes.
and she's making it sound.
Yes.
When you're out there and you've gone to the bank and you're sitting with your representative and they're telling you, first of all, why you probably can't afford the house yet.
Right.
But you're saying, yes, but I have my 10%. And then they're putting on the fees, and then there's a whole another set of fee that you haven't thought about, which is like
Closing
another 10%.
costs. Not another 10%.
Even the yearly,
like another 3 to 4.
and the
3,
yearly
4,
cost?
5%.
Because there's the tax that you're going to have to pay as a...
What,
as a
property
homeowner.
tax?
Property tax. that you're
Let's
going
stress
to pay.
out properly.
Hey, guys, look here. Back to rule number 1.
Okay.
It has to be an asset that earns.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the mindset of a change. All right, well,
But
pay
how
the
many,
fees.
how many people, though, Keisha, can afford to buy a house to earn from it? People are looking to live.
So we get
talked about
creative, right?
Okay.
When we're buying, what we teach people to do, all right, we're going to buy a room with a little
With a
bath.
flat or so you could play a one
Right,
room.
and I can rent out a piece of it. Right, so I can buy a 3-bedroom with a separate entrance, or my add on a side room, and I earn. It's
Okay.
how you do it, right? The traditional way of thinking is, I'm gonna buy this 1-bedroom, I'm gonna buy a studio, I'm gonna buy a 1-bedroom apartment, but I can't really do nothing with it, but live there. And when I'm not there, it costs me because I have to pay the mortgage.
You know what's irritating? I'll be
I have
honest
to
with you.
think different.
People in the Caribbean
Yeah.
have responsibility, though.
Yeah.
I feel like that's well and good for a society where the young person don't have the kind of responsibility that a Caribbean young person has. I have to help out family here and there. I have to send little brother or little
Kids to
sister go to school.
You have to pay for school in
Right.
Jamaica.
So,
Yeah.
you know, so I'm not just buying my little nifty apartment and put something around our back where,
But I rent there, help pay the mortgage, and I can help your brother the money.
So you see, and I mean...
Right? So it's how we think about it. You're thinking that we have to work harder to get money.
right.
I'm thinking, let's work smarter.
Okay.
Let's have the real estate working for us.
Right.
So we don't have to work as hard.
Okay.
Because think about it. If you have 1 room or even 2 room or rent out, your brother taken care of.
Keisha, let me tell you where that irritate me, you know. So I live in a good home, you know, where I live, God bless us. And then the 2 persons who have the home next is like them divide out the house in about 10 different families.
Yeah, that's why you overdo it.
Me said the nice, they said the way they all them have passive income. I
see.
can't
Yeah,
hear everything.
Passive.
Very,
The
very
music,
passive and loud.
I'm just like, nah.
So the passive become a nuisance.
Yeah, man,
to
every
others.
room, every part, every kitchen
Yeah,
section out for make somebody live in there.
That's when we overdo it now, right? We're not saying we're gonna divide it into 20 rooms, because what happening is some people catch the concept and then run with it.
Run with it.
Lazy
Then I
town.
make
Keisha,
difference.
she said, all right, no.
Lazy town.
Uncle
And
John,
Keisha said,
Oh, me
Keep it out.
why am I going to live it myself? Why?
Maybe rent out even the bathroom.
Yeah.
We're not overdoing it, but the concept works.
Yeah,
It
right,
works.
right.
Right, and we only need to do it as much to supplement the income that we want.
Right, so we can
have
pay
our
back the
responsibility,
mortgage.
and this is why we have to get creative.
Yeah.
Because life is lifing all the time.
I say it, I love that, I
Right?
love that.
We can choose to say, all right, I'm gonna work harder, I'm gonna do some overtime, extra time, weekend, Sunday, everything.
nice, yeah.
Or we can say, how can I get creative to make my money work for me?
And that, you see, that, what you said a while ago, that's, I think, for me, that's where, is that, I don't want to call it a difficulty, but them say, if you want good, your nose have to run.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think a lot of what we kind of grow up seeing, because you're Americanized, let's accept it. You are seen in other cultures where they don't necessarily have to, your nose not to run. In America, you get a decent job
Yeah.
and you can buy a, you can
Not
buy
these days either,
No,
no,
it's
it's
not
not
anymore, but
it's
tough, it's
but
tough,
people have
still.
it, they have the concept in their head that it's
Right.
easier. You can just get up and boom, you can go get a house like that because it's a credit society.
True.
And I think what happens is that for us, you look and you say, all right, what is my starter home? And you're thinking of the quad or the studio.
Don't not record them,
I'm not saying no,
don't
no.
not
I'm not
Put
that-
a 2 sheets of zinc and
Ah,
some.
but the problem is that people are just thinking of it in a kind of way. So I say that to say that it's a little bit tougher.
I feel like you're going into something that I really want to hear, Nate. Hold the thought.
You want a
Hold
break?
it, yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's take a break, but we'll be right back in a blink. See you soon, guys. And we're back with our how we reach final thoughts. Final thoughts?
Really?
No, man.
Awesome.
It's rough.
That's rough.
tell you
I was
how
in the
to
middle of
make the
yeah,
money.
Keisha,
Yeah, we
tell
didn't
me you
need
want
that.
to step them, yes.
Let's go to Cliff Notes version.
Make it Cliff Notes. You know when you speed up the voice note?
Yeah. All right, so main thing, coming
Yeah.
up with a deposit. We
All
need
right.
that first. We can do that by looking at high interest savings account, certificates of deposit, term deposit. Put the money in there every month.
All right.
Work back. We said 1.5 to 3 million, divide it up.
Okay.
Put the money away every month. With these high interest savings accounts or term deposits, money deposits, you're getting 3 to 5% interest on the money you're putting in. So it's a good place to put the deposit.
You want to call out a bank or anybody you'd recommend?
You can call out the bank, different rates.
We'll talk
You
afterwards.
speak with your banks, whatever your bank is, speak with them and say, hey, you know, give me something in that 3 to 5%
Right,
rate so I can
Make them
start
match it,
saving
yeah.
for the deposit. And then now you're going to approach the bank now for the mortgage.
Right.
They will now need your pay slips, different documents, sale agreement, all sorts of things to tell you, all right, this is the mortgage you're going to get. This is where the multi-payment is. That's when you say, whoo, all right, it may be a lot, but we think creative. We have to think creative. I grew up very poor. The reason we can't have what I have, I think creatively. So if we need more money, we can get the side room. Some people even rent out them couch, them out there and do that.
Didn't somebody send something
I made
in our group?
They rented a bed.
Where was that?
Airbnb on a bed, half side of a
Was
bed.
it for real, you guys?
No,
No, tell them what we're talking about. So we got, it was a...
There's an Airbnb
Yeah.
that is in Canada, I think, that they're renting the half side of a bed.
A house that
I
New
it
York, I
rent
think
out.
it is.
I'm sure
It is rented out. I mean, I've seen micro apartments going for
I mean,
like
that's what we've
2,000
gotten to
US
get
in
creative,
New York.
eh?
Yeah.
We're really...
That's the heights of
my
creativity.
But which Jamaican are going to rent the other side of the bed?
No, them will rent a couch.
If
I
you
feel like
want-
a guy would have rented to a nice girl.
If you want,
Some people would do it.
run.
Right, girl.
man.
Some people would do it, yes.
Nose
Yeah.
have to
It's
run.
a different thing we're promoting.
Yeah, what for the quick thoughts now? So what yeah.
So I'll say for me, home ownership is a giant, but I think, as you say, you have to be smart and creative. Also look at things like repossessed homes. I think people have to look into investing
We never ever
towards.
touch on that. Yes,
Yeah.
repossessed home. Big thing. You know, somebody can't afford their home, they walk away. The bank have it. All banks have a list on their website of homes they've repossessed that are selling for cheaper.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we can do that. We can also think of fixer-uppers who
yeah.
buy and, you know, make some little touches or big touches, depending on what it is. Just
Celine, I
to
feel
get
that
that
one.
discounted price.
Yeah. Final thoughts for you, Keisha. We're going to have to bring you back, Celine. We're going to have to bring you back,
Part
Keisha.
two.
This
For
was a wonderful
continue, man.
day. Yeah.
So that it doesn't catch you by surprise.
Yes.
You really have to research this thing. It isn't, I feel like it isn't just about the house and renting out that, but how much am I making? Do I need to get a second job? You know, there are different things that you have to look at so that the picture is complete.
Right.
But yes, I do accept that changing your mindset and looking at it in a different way where we can perhaps cut some corners here or there, rent
Yeah.
out this and that. We can-
Get creative.
Get creative.
creative. We're
Okay.
And before we cut, let me just say this
Tell
way.
me, tell me, tell
Home
me, tell
ownership
them.
is not
Yes.
a must,
Yeah.
but if you're going to invest,
You hear the
make
music
sure
now,
you're investing
Nathan?
in the money that can make it
You
back
want
in the
to-
house,
you
make it
want
back some
to own
money.
your
This is a good topic.
don't
That's
have to
it
own the
from the
house.
round table today, you guys.
You want to.
See you tomorrow. Remember, I'm still talking about change.
Go.
Remember to shine your light and be on purpose, especially with home ownership.
Yes.
See you guys tomorrow.